Yo, if you want to buy one of our Dark Side t-shirts, just leave your email in the comments below. Yo, it's Mr. Truth, and I'm spitting some truth. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Back with another video. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, so let me get into this one, yeah? So when you're dealing with a woman, or let's say, well, yeah, dealing with a woman, when you're texting, yeah? Or talking to a woman that you're getting to know, you don't need to be going back and forth between messages and calls. You don't need to be doing that. That's something I don't do. Look, if you got a woman's number for the first time, right, you should be trying to set up the date immediately. So you shouldn't be having long ass conversations. It should be quick. And if you're gonna have a conversation or do a video call, keep it to 5 to 10 minutes, right? No longer than 10 minutes. But yeah, so obviously the woman can see what you look like and you can see what she looks like. But you eventually want to set up the date. You don't need to be doing this back and forth texting back and forth, right? And this is why a lot of guys are unsuccessful women, because they're doing too much. You're giving a woman too much of your time who hasn't earned your time. She hasn't earned your time, and you're giving her so much of that time to a woman that you don't know if she's going to meet up with you. So you need to limit the time. The time needs to be earned from that woman over time. Once you start going on multiple dates, then you could think about being on the phone to her a bit longer. But when you're first starting to talk to a woman, in the first talking stages, yeah, you don't need to be going back and forth with too many messages. You don't want to be on the phone for too long. I see a lot of guys, and I hear a lot of women say when they're talking to a guy for the first time, they're on the phone for a good few hours. Nah, man, because that kills attraction. Right? You know that kills attraction for women. You don't need to be doing that. And I know a lot of women are gonna disagree with this, but they know it's true what I'm saying. Okay? If a woman's really feeling you, regardless whether you're talking, how long you're talking to her on the phone, she will meet up with you. Listen, I met up with two chicks, right? I think two of them, I didn't even have phone conversations with them. I met up with one of them within 2 weeks. The other chick I met up with within a week. I didn't have any phone conversations with them prior to that. I remember calling up the one of the chicks, the chick that it took me 2 weeks to meet up. I remember only calling her when I got to the location. I think the same. I can't remember if I called up the other chick that I met up with in a week, whether I called her up when I got to the location. I may have just messaged her, but I can't remember. But rarely had any phone conversations with these women, right? If a woman's into you, she's into you. She'll meet up with you, all right? You guys are wasting too much time going back and forth with women, and that's how you get into problems, and you start getting into unnecessary conversations with women. You don't need to be doing that, man, because I ain't doing that. I tell you guys, man, your time is precious. Women must earn your time, yeah? Like I said, when you get her phone number, the very first time, you want to set the date, because this will prove to you whether she's interested or not. And this is how I always can tell if a woman's into me. I know when a woman, when I set a date and she agrees to a time and day and she's cool with it, I already know she's got high interest. When she doesn't try to confirm a date at any time, I already know she ain't interested, right? So it's just, I am not doing this long thing, man. Because when I get a girl's number, I'm trying to meet her immediately, like snappy, snappy, snappy. There's women I've met within a week, a couple days. There was even a chick I met up with, a chick that I moved to on Bumble a couple years ago, right? She matched me on a Friday, and I met her the same day. That's high interest. Understand that, guys. It's high interest. And a guy, you got, what's his name? Dating coach Lucario talks about that a lot. Go watch him out. Check his channel. But it's true. A woman with high interest ain't gonna make you wait long, right? When she's doing all this, I don't know, maybe we'll see. Well, the whole thing when she says I don't know, she does know, right? She may not know at that point when you ask her there and then, but she eventually she's gonna know her schedule throughout the week or in the next couple of weeks. But she can't come back to you and give you a day, right, within a week or 2 weeks, right? She ain't worth it. Don't continue. So I only deal with chicks who are interested, who have high interest. If they don't have high interest, I don't do this back and forth. There's no way. And I've done it years ago in my 20s, and this is the mistake I've made. Here's the funny thing, right? There were women, because my mindset was different back then. There were women I'd get their number and I'd be on the phone to them for like a couple hours, talking to them, prolonging the situation, and they never met up with me. Never. How weird is that? I gave them attention, gave them time, spoke to them for hours on the phone, and they never met up with me. See, but as I get older, obviously the age I'm at now, I've got experience. I understand how the game works, innit? I don't need to be doing long conversations with women. And there's only certain women I'll do long conversations with. There's only certain women that can get that time from me. Certain women have to earn it. But me, I ain't doing no long conversation, man. I ain't doing no back and forth, man. I'm just keeping it simple. She either wants to link me or she doesn't, man. And if the woman don't want to link you, let her kick rocks, in it. Yeah, I'm saying your time is precious, guys. You need to start valuing your time and understanding yourselves better, and understanding how women really think, because I understand how women really think. I'll give you another good example. And a woman said this on TikTok, and this will prove my point. She said she was talking to a guy for like 6 months or whatever, right? 6 months, right? She met up with him within 6 months, which I think is long. But yeah, I ain't chatting to no chick for 6 months. She ain't willing to link up. So she told him she was busy in it with her child or something like that. She said she was busy. But then she goes, "Oh, I wasn't that busy." So bear in mind, she was talking to him for 6 months, right? She said to him she was busy, right? She was busy with her child or whatever. Took her 6 months to link up with the guy. But then she said, "Oh, I wasn't that busy." Yeah, she wasn't that interested. That's what it really was. She wasn't busy in the first place. Again, she said she wasn't that busy, but I'm telling you, she wasn't interested in the guy. She had low interest in the guy. She still met up with the guy and had sex, but it took her 6 months. But again, she's interested, but she had low interest. That's why it took her long to meet. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? Doing all this conversation back and forth with women, you see what I'm saying? You don't need to be doing that, man. Women, let me tell you something about women. And the more you deal with them, the more you understand them. Women are very direct in an indirect way, but women know who they like. They know whether they want to meet up with a guy straight away, or they know who they want to prolong, or because you got to remember, there's other guys they could be talking to. But you also women know who they like and who they don't like, and they know who they're gonna meet up with, and they know who they're not gonna meet up with. So just pay attention to the signs. You should be always questioning her. Even if she says she doesn't know what her schedule is, she'll get back to you on that call. Ask her again during the week. Ask her again the next week. If she keeps giving the same answers and that stuff, then cut her off, man. Cut her off. But I'm out.